Hello, I'm Seafood Source editor Sean Murphy, and welcome to this special edition of Seafood Source TV, the bi-weekly video blog where we bring you news, information, and insights from the world of the seafood industry. Well, as regular viewers of Seafood Source TV have probably figured out, we're not recording in our usual studios in Portland, Maine. We're actually recording this about 3,500 miles away in Paris. We're at the day 3 of the Global Aquaculture Alliance's Goal 2013 conference, recorded ahead of time. And I'm here with Wally Stevens, GAA's executive director. And Wally, we're wrapping things up. It's kind of quieting down, and we're toward the end of the third day, but it's been a pretty exciting 3 days, hasn't it?
It sure has. And you know, the real excitement for us is that it reminds us of what we're about. And that is that we're a leadership organization, that we strongly believe in education, and along the way it leads to certification.
Had a number of interesting panels this week talking about everything from EMS, which is a hot topic, and ISA and related diseases, to alternative fish feeds. They were talking about that, some plant-based feeds. They had a gentleman up there talking about using insects in fish feed, which is kind of a new idea. And then, of course, we've got panels going on. They're finishing up now, talking about the retail sector. What are some of the really big key takeaways from these events do you think that people should be remembering from Goal 2013?
Well, we're on a journey, and that on that journey we have a lot of learning to do. I think we need to remember that probably 10% of our industry has certification, 90% of it does not. It's a bit like students in their learning process. Some are in kindergarten and some have a graduate degree. Graduate degree for us would be they're certified. But how do we work with the 90% of aquaculture stakeholders who are not yet at that level of sophistication? That's what Goal is all about, and that's why we bring these diverse groups together to address the critical challenges that continue to face the growth of aquaculture.
Now, a number of those aquaculture providers who are not certified are still here in the EU, and I'm sure it's no accident that you guys chose Paris to be here for this Goal 2013 conference. Do you think you're making a significant impression on European aquaculture providers? Do you think this is going to lead to more applications for certification down the road?
Well, I think it's going to lead to more aquaculture down the road, whether they become certified or not. But a key reason that we came to Paris was to expose the Middle East and Africa producers today to the opportunities of the marketplace in the EU. And I think it's been quite successful to have 40 or 50 representatives of Middle East and North Africa and Africa here to really get an appreciation of how the marketplace views what's going on and what they need to do in order to be sustainable.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about that yesterday too, talking about the opportunities in those areas of the world. It's there, it's in its infancy, it's small, but there is a potential there. It's going to take some work and it's going to take some investment, but there seems to be some fairly big, good confidence from the panelists and the speakers that that's going to happen. I assume you share that enthusiasm.
We do. Again, I go back to most of us at GAA are frustrated teachers and educators, and we really believe that we meet people where they're at and we move them to a different place. And I would say Africa maybe in the 3rd grade or approaching junior high school.
Right.
And the Norwegian salmon industry has got their master's degree. So where people are in their journeys is where GAA needs to understand and be a resource for them. So we've created a foundation, the Responsible Aquaculture Foundation, which is meant to provide some sort of guidance, support, industry support to the men and women in this case in Africa, in the Middle East, to move to maybe up to junior high school or into the graduates of high school.
Okay, interesting stuff. Wally Stevens, Executive Director of the GAA, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And for those of you who didn't get a chance to come to Goal 2013 and you're still looking to learn more about what took place here this week, keep checking go back to SeafoodSource.com and do a search for videos from Goal 2013. We have full coverage available for you. We have stories. We have interviews with a lot of the key panelists that we've been discussing here, a lot of these same topics. And be sure to check back here in 2 weeks, as always, for another edition of Seafood Source TV, where we bring you news, information, and insights from the world of the seafood industry. Till then, I'm Seafood Source editor Sean Murphy saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you online.